Okay.
Go ahead. We went to Hawaii.
The Big Island.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we do board by zone, so please locate your zone on your boarding pass. It should be underneath your seat assignment.
Well, we had intended to rent a convertible. And when we got to the rental car place, it was at night, and we saw a convertible and we saw two people in it drive away.
And it was, Steve, he reserved a Mustang convertible, right?
Yeah.
And it was a Mustang convertible. And we laughed.
I said, there goes our car.
Right. So, but they offered us a Jeep, is it
Wrangler?
a Rubicon?
Rubicon?
And we got a choice between red, gray, or white.
We picked red.
Yeah. And we promptly took off the front part of the roof.
Yeah, the top.
Yeah. It's a hard shell that we just took off above our own heads. And
Well, and it was funny, at some point with that top off, because we got to our rental and there was a lizard in the back. He got in somehow, probably flew in through the top when we drove through the trees, who knows?
We might need to put the top back on the Jeep because this dude is in the Jeep. Come on, focus. Okay, let's see if that helps. There we go. Look at that guy. Just touch his tail and then squeal.
wait, his tail's brown. Yeah, that was awesome.
But the lizard was cool.
Yeah, it was a good little welcome to Hawaii and the tropics. That was cool.
So I went to the grocery store every morning. I didn't know I was going to love this dumb little grocery store.
All right, we're gonna try a local grocery store. KTA Superstores.
Syrup.
In Spam.
Passion fruit coconut syrup. Yeah, we bought Spam. I ate Spam. You ate it once, I ate it like 4 times in the trip.
And their fruit, they had papayas, and we ate on those papayas most mornings.
Yeah, we made papaya boats with yogurt and granola in there, and it was good.
Yeah, and then we got some chop suey. Look, chop suey.
Has bean sprouts.
Yes, and some cabbage maybe in there. For
Carrots, I think there was shredded carrot in there.
for pineapple fried rice with Spam.
The flowers down here are awesome. Look at that. Give you an idea how big that dude is. About the size of my hand. Pretty cool. And then these are the front steps to our front door. And that's where we park. Super easy, nice and handy. Here we go. In we go.
Okay. We went to the KTA Superstore
You're someone special.
instead
Makes me
of
feel good.
like the chains, which they do have here, you know.
Walmart and
I
stuff.
saw Target too. Okay, I got this for myself. This
is
is a California wrap. Look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have that for breakfast. We also have these that they made at their bakery.
Malasadas. We got that. Guava. That one back there is raspberry. We took most of those.
Totally look like something Dad would like.
Raspberries in there, mango.
This
One that
is
starts with an L that I don't know about. I don't know how to pronounce.
hot commodity.
Yeah, eggs.
And then Dad got this.
Some poke, Hawaiian ahi.
We got these for while we drive, and there is quite a bit
Papa balls.
of driving in the next few days. Just some granola. We did get this one, macadamia nut, pineapple, and coconut pancake mix.
Yeah.
Here is more donuts.
These are mochi donuts.
mochi. Okay.
One's ube and one's regular. We're gonna find out what that's about.
We couldn't find sausage, but we have ground pork just to go with our
I wanted protein with the
breakfast.
pancakes.
Yeah. And we did get, and we didn't go crazy on fruit because again we want to do a farmer's market, but papaya. Look at these.
We're gonna cut those in half, scoop the seeds out, put yogurt and granola in there. So it's like a papaya boat. Pineapple, of course.
Hog apparently is something that Dad found out that people like to drink here.
I'm gonna drink that with those donuts
And-
here in just a second. I love it.
This.
Ooh, yes.
Yes, that's it.
Just in case.
Yeah. Popcorn, because I like that at night. And we got some
Oh, I forgot about the grapes. That's like the
Grapes?
first thing we put in the basket.
fun chop suey. We're gonna put this in our fried rice. We're gonna do pineapple fried rice tonight. And this some cheese. And where's the salami?
Oh, it's probably in this bag right here.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to that bag in a second.
And then we were gonna make rice, but apparently Dad bought rice.
Fried rice is good with day-old rice. That's why I grabbed that.
I did not know that. We got some fake butter.
The real butter, one of those boxes that we buy every couple of days at home, was like $9.
Wow. We have this Kona Coast, because that's where we are. Marinade.
Paradise pineapple teriyaki. That's gonna go with our rice nicely.
I got these, which are from California. They did have some that were from Hilo, but we're gonna wait for the farmers market in Hilo to get those. But Zach likes those. Maybe we'll bring some back to you, Zachy. And then here's the macadamia nuts.
Oh yeah.
This is the
our
syrup.
This is our $12 passion fruit coconut syrup. I hope
And
it's
spam
good.
because
Yep.
you gotta make stuff with spam here.
Can't go to Hawaii without eating some spam, I think.
Both spams. This one, with
Less sodium, and we got one with bacon for in the morning.
And then baby powder, I don't know if that is necessary.
For the beach.
For the beach. Getting the sand off your feet and stuff. And just some salami to cut up to snack on with cheese. And then I thought I bought them out of all the fruit punch rock stars, but I
Did you find more?
I found more.
Oh, I thought those
In
were the last three in the
refrigerated section,
island.
There were only 2 or 3. Okay. So Dad bought me a lei. Sedora.
What are the flowers?
Orchids.
Orchids. Oh yeah, those are real flowers.
That
Do they
smells
smell?
so good? Yes. So anyway.
Very
So
beautiful.
pretty. Yes.
I mean, look at this.
Look, there's a little ferret thing. What is that?
It might be a squirrel.
No, my God.
It's like a furry snake.
It's like I mean,
Man, that is a furry snake. Look at that thing.
maybe he.
All right, passion orange guava drink. It's pretty good. Wrong tube. All right, let's try one of these malasadas. I know I got one. I can't pronounce it. Starts with an L. And another flavor filled is mango, which I think is this one. Or this one might be the L and this one might be the mango. And then I know for a fact that one right there is raspberry. But that's all I know. Let's try. Oh yeah, look at that fruit filling gushing out of there. That's the one that starts with an L. I'm gonna look it up later. I'll put it up there. I'll type it up on the screen so you can see it. All right, I've had mochi before. These are mochi donuts. This one is ube. This one's regular. I'm just gonna bite this thing. Look how purple that is inside there. The texture is a little strange. Probably why I don't like mochi, but that one's okay. I'm gonna try regular here. Those are pretty good. I like those better, But these are delicious.
Okay. So mom,
This one.
Mom's gonna try these malasadas. They're called. They're like donuts, but they're filled with stuff. I don't know what the flavor is with that one, but that was my favorite one that she's about to eat.
Yeah, good.
Try that one because it's similar. One of them's mango and one's the other. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's passion fruit. I don't know. Maybe this one is.
I don't like this one.
Okay, that's probably the mango. This right here, this is the one I think you'll like best of all of
But
them.
nothing's going to be in there.
There's nothing in there. It's a mochi donut.
So what makes it mochi
You
instead of
take
just...
a bite, you'll see the texture, and you'll be like, "Oh, what's that?"
Oh.
It's like
So,
soft in there.
It's a little chewy, but not doughy.
This is ube, which is a purple sweet potato. Look how purple that is inside there.
Okay, here you go.
Probably should have cleansed your palate. But
I like these. I like these
yeah,
a lot.
those are good. Little Thai spring roll looking things.
And this is not paper. This is edible.
I think it's rice paper actually.
Oh, okay.
What's in there? Is that crab and carrot?
And avocado and cucumber.
Okay, and then you got a nice little chili dipping sauce in a second.
Good.
Okay. What
Look,
we
I got
use?
myself a
A koozie?
koozie because it...
Turn it around there. Does that say Hawaii right on it? Oh, that's a good idea. I got this
Trev
Poke.
Trev said he can't. Oh, sorry.
Hawaiian ahi poke. Was $20.91. And we have a slight problem here because I just don't love this. And I don't think you're going to like it at all.
Ahi tuna poke bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I like the crunch. And the green.
I wanted to love that so much.
A little spicy for me. I'm surprised you don't like it.
It's just okay.
With the grocery store out of the way, the shopping, it was time to do what we came to do.
Explore, adventure, and snorkel.
Snorkeling, the beach. That's not snorkeling. It will be though.
Yes.
But our plan was to go to a beach, feel the warmth, get in the water, see the fish.
Yeah.
Like that. That's what we wanted to do.
So I was surprised at what we saw so quickly. So the shallow entry, what was the name of that particular beach?
I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
I'll look it up. I'll put a thing in the video that says the name and where it is and stuff.
It's a good beginner beach because it's protected. So there's not a lot of waves. So for beginners and families, like there were kids snorkeling too. So it was kind of zero entry, and then as you walked out and got deeper and deeper, the reef was beautiful.
And speaking of being beginner, even though we went out a little ways, I could still stand up anywhere in there and be above the water. So
Yes.
it never got deep, at least at that spot.
And we saw lots of, what are the yellow fish called?
Yellow tang.
Yellow tangs and
They're stupid with those.
Yes.
They have so many.
and parrotfish and
Triggerfish. Convicts are those striped ones.
and
We got video of all
sea
that.
urchins.
Oh yeah,
black
sea urchins.
Just had our snorkel mask, and we brought that we ordered on Amazon, and we brought it with us. In fact, we even practiced a little bit in the local rec pool, so that we got to get used to breathing with your face in the water. And I'm actually glad we did that.
Me too. If you don't practice, it's hard to breathe underwater.
Yes.
Lunchtime.
So, yeah.
We got hungry. You swim a bunch, you snorkel a bunch, you get hungry.
And Steve had picked out a place for us to go, but
An awesome place called Nephi's Smokehouse or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're going to go there. And?
But we found out relatively quickly that on the island, certain days and times the restaurants are closed, and all of them close early, sometimes as early as 2:30.
Yeah.
We went somewhere else instead called
Quinn's Almost by the Sea.
And we got,
Well, it was down in the tourist area, but off of shore a little bit. That's why it's almost by the sea, because you couldn't really see the ocean, but it was still plenty touristy down there. We found this beach called Old Airport Beach. And we took it there because my research showed that there were picnic tables, and I thought, I'm not going to sit in a restaurant, I'm going to sit at a beach and eat. So it was like a 2-minute drive, and we got to, or 4, it doesn't matter. We were so close to the beach. So we drove there and ate it there. All right, we're going to see what our food looks like here. Where did we go? Something by the sea. I can't remember. Quinn's Almost by the Sea.
Mine is fish and chips with Ono.
Oh, dang, that looks so good.
And then Dad got
Mine is fish sandwich, mahi. Oh, look, it is Quinn's. They branded that bun. Oh, yeah. And then I got pineapple slaw. And then if we zoom out and look over here, this is where we're going to eat it, right by the beach, the ocean.
only some coral. We actually got a piece. I don't know if this one.
No, yeah, maybe.
I think this one.
This is coral. It could have come from the Old Airport Beach.
I'm pretty sure this one did because it looked like a little mitten.
Then we got looking around and there was a lot of it.
Yes.
I mean, there was a lot of sand, but there was plenty of coral to choose from too. So that was cool.
I loved the trees on this beach. In fact, when we went to find souvenirs, I was looking for a painting or a photograph of those trees. And they had little tide pools, and they weren't full of sea life so much because they have more of a reef.
Yeah.
And that's where
They all
a
hang
lot
out.
of their wildlife is. But it was still fun to look in the little holes of pools of water.
Oh yeah, and we saw sea urchins and little fish and
Yes.
stuff. It wasn't like they were
Crabs
empty.
and, yeah.
But it was good to eat lunch on the beach. That was fun.
After the airport, we wanted to hit another beach. So we went a little further north. And this, we had to park at a harbor. The parking lot was a harbor, and you had to hike in.
Yep.
And I think,
Not very far, not
No.
even like half a mile or something. It
Yes.
was more like a walk than a hike, you'd say.
Yeah.
There's some disagreement on what it's called. When I looked, it was called Sea Turtle Bay or Sea Turtle Beach or something. And there's a fish trap that they did. So when the tide would come in, the fish get in the trap, and then when the tide goes out, they're stuck in there because of the rock walls. But IPO fish trap or something. But
Well, it looked like it was a native village at some point.
yeah.
So
But I wanted to go because it was called Sea Turtle Beach, and I thought maybe we'll see a sea turtle at the Sea Turtle Beach.
and then Steve heard somebody talking about a turtle.
Yeah, some guy was like, "There's a turtle." So I ran out there. I grabbed the GoPro in this waterproof thing. It was awesome. That's what made all the underwater footage possible.
That was awesome when he
And ran out there to see if I could see the turtle, and boy did I.
And if I remember right, you said he couldn't see the turtle that far. I mean, you could see it, but when he put the GoPro underwater, it was more clear.
Yeah, it was.
It was better footage than he expected.
Yeah, it was hard for me to see through my snorkel mask through this onto the tiny GoPro screen to see if I was getting good footage. And so I was like, I hope this is good. And then when we watched it later, it was
awesome.
Yeah, well, it was fun to see the sea turtle.
Yes.
And then it was shave ice time. It was like we're trying to do everything Hawaii offers in one day.
So yes, shave ice.
Yep, shave ice, awesome. We got the island bomb. They put soft serve in the bottom or Dole Whip. Whole bunch of shaved ice and a bunch of flavors on top. And then we sat out on this, right on the shore on this little brick wall. And we watched, well, I don't think we watched the sunset. We watched it start to go down.
Right. We saw some outrigger, some.
Oh yeah, some Hawaiian style canoe outrigger things.
And we headed back to the condo.
Yep. When, like we said earlier, the restaurants and everything close so early. As soon as that sun dips behind the horizon, that's it. The whole island shuts down. So we were left to our own devices for dinner, weren't we?
Yeah.
We ended up with, we had a pineapple and we had Spam and we had day-old rice that I got at the grocery store that was already made. And so we threw in the chop suey stuff and we made pineapple Spam fried rice, and it actually turned out pretty dang good.
It was so good. And we ate it on the lanai.
Yep, ate it on the lanai, and it's a nice night.
Yes. We were worn out. We went to bed early.
Oh yeah, tired.
Okay.
Day 2?
Day 2. Plan is to go north over and down to the east side of the island at a town called Hilo. So we went north and went to the macadamia nut place.
Yeah, this place here we got some nuts from. It's called the Hamakua Macadamia Nut Company. All right, we're here to get some macadamia nuts. We only drove like an hour.
Yeah.
Well, let's go on in. And they had about how many flavors to try? 10?
Yeah.
10 flavors to try and a few more on display. So we got samples here. Mandy's gonna try pineapple. And?
Good.
I'm sure they're all awesome. Oh, I'm gonna do chili peppers. Does that say birthday cake?
Roasted coconut.
But they had a bunch of nuts and they had some unshelled macadamia nuts. Well, these are unprocessed macadamia nuts.
And it takes 300 pounds of pressure to crack it, right?
Now let me demonstrate. I'm gonna break one in my hand. Ready? Voila.
Wow.
300 pounds. We stopped there at the
And
nut
the
company.
ladies were the nicest
Oh my
people.
gosh, they were so friendly.
nice.
If you're an introvert at all, you probably not want to go in there because, I mean,
They're gonna talk
she
to you.
didn't, she almost put her arm around me to point me towards the samples. She was so friendly. Both of them were so friendly. So that was fun. And then we made our way to a place called Tex Diner. You're saying? All right. Tex world famous malasadas. We'll go in there and get one.
Now their
And-
service.
Yeah, so what we thought is maybe the Tex Diner workers should go to this nut company and learn how to treat people because it was not great.
Yeah.
I think she was grumpy. Maybe she
Yeah.
was tired or
Maybe.
something. She was not very nice to this older man.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough. All right.
Strawberry.
Strawberry malasada. Well, that's all on you. So this is Tex drive-thru, somewhere on the Big Island. We got this sandwich. There's some hash browns. These malasadas. I would rate the food about a 4 out of 5. And I'd rate the service well south of that.
Yes.
The malasadas were fine. I tried to love them like 4 times and they were just okay.
Yeah.
So,
So that was a quick stop.
yeah. You got that breakfast sandwich though that I thoroughly enjoyed.
The-
You didn't. You got a visitor here.
So we went further south for
Yep.
our first adventure stop, and that was Akaka Falls.
Akaka Falls, 400-foot waterfall.
A little bit of it's a paved trail.
Well, it was hilarious. We were geared up. It said like plan on an hour or whatever, and so we thought it was going to be a real hike.
Right, and it was. And now there was definitely a steep incline.
A lot of
and-
stairs.
and some, down and then back up.
Ooh, we're in the jungle. Watch out.
I didn't hear you, but yeah. All I was doing is looking at all those stairs we get to do.
Oh.
But that couldn't have been a half-mile
No.
round trip.
No.
It was a hike, but it was much shorter than we thought.
Yes, and it was beautiful though. We went to the Hilo Farmers Market, and we had read that they would be closed about 2:30, and so we wanted to get there.
Yeah.
So we headed to the farmers market.
Yep.
So there's two different parts to the market. There's a farmers market, which has a lot of fruit, so much fruit.
Yeah, so much fruit.
Yeah, which was a lot of fun.
We're at the Hilo Farmers Market. They've got plenty of bananas and pineapples to choose from. We're gonna go across and see what's labeled because we don't know what anything is here. It's all exotic.
We ended up getting different fruit that we either don't have here or just don't buy here because it's too expensive.
Yeah. Or maybe not that great
It might have that great.
because it was grown in Hawaii and had to get shipped here.
Right. So we got a guava, and we had, what else?
Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. We got video, we'll detail
Okay.
it. But star fruit, passion fruit, sweet rambutan was the one that I was most interested in.
Yeah.
Because it looks so exotic,
And then
right?
the egg fruit.
Oh yeah,
That-
and the egg fruit.
that
I
was
keep
kinda
forgetting
weird.
about that. It
like
was weird.
Potato-ish.
Yeah. And is that it? Oh, we got some mangoes.
And we had the coconut.
Oh yeah, yep. Had a coconut while there. Mandy didn't love it, and
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, go ahead, try it. Yeah. Thought maybe you'd take a bite of that and let me have some. Is it good? Not so much. So he,
I thought you had some. Sorry, there was a little.
oh well, there's plenty. There's
wood
coming.
on there, whatever that is.
He cut a hole in that, just like in my mission. And now you're gonna drink some of this agua de coconut. I don't think she liked that.
Okay, here's Steve trying the coconut.
I like it.
What's it taste like?
Like El Salvador?
We're not in El Salvador.
No, we are not. But
Where are we?
we're in Hilo, Hawaii.
So after you drink it, then he cuts off all the exterior and
You're
sent us
left
home with some
with the white
coconut.
stuff. It was
So
just
that was
okay.
kind of cool. I'd never seen that before, so that was fun.
Yeah.
And then there's the other part to the farmer's market where
Oh.
lots of souvenirs.
I want to talk about the pineapple.
Oh, yes.
So we saw this cool pineapple. I can't remember, it was a white pineapple or something
Yes.
like that. And I didn't realize that it was $8 a pound. And she weighed it and it was 5 pounds. It was $40 for that pineapple.
And he looked at me and
I was like, no, we're not.
White pineapple. It's $8 a pound. That one right there weighs 5 pounds.
too. My
Pick a few
understanding
extra
is-
bills off the money tree and go get one.
But they call it a sugar loaf, and it is local. And it is
Okay.
more sweet, and you don't have as much acidity.
Oh, we should have got it, huh?
Yeah.
Dang it.
So I
40 bucks though for a pineapple.
I know.
We were at the KTA Superstore the previous morning and we bought a Maui Gold. It was like $2.80.
Right.
Made 40 bucks seem pretty steep.
Right.
Anyway, we'll get it next time.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Well, what about dinner?
Oh, what about dinner?
We went to a place and you had the Hilo Loco Moco.
Oh yeah, Cafe 100 or something.
We're still in Hilo, and we came to Cafe 100 because the place I wanted to eat at closes at 2:30. And we're gonna try Loco Moco, and then we're gonna go home. This one's cool. It's just you just walk up and order, and then eat at these picnic tables. It's kind of fun.
The rumor, what we saw online, was that Loco Moco was invented there in Hilo. And so I wanted to eat Loco Moco in Hilo, and it was, so I got it. It was good.
Yes. Totally up your alley. I'm
Yeah,
really
oh
like.
yeah. It's gravy and hamburger and rice and eggs. It's like everything I like.
All right, I got Loco Moco. Legend has it, it was invented here in Hilo. It's 2 eggs. I got mine over easy. There's 2 hamburger patties in here, and then rice and all this gravy.
But the best from that restaurant is Mandy wanted, what did you get, a cheeseburger? So she gets a cheeseburger and she wanted onion rings or something.
Onion rings or fries.
They didn't have them, they were out. And so the lady offered her tots and she's like, yeah, I'll take tots. Oh my gosh.
She yells out.
Yeah,
"Tots."
get that order of tots or whatever. It was so weird.
Mandy got a cheeseburger and tots. And that's tots right there. We think she might have said toss for toss salad.
It's literally cabbage
We-
with
cabbage
Arby's,
with-
Arby's red ranch sauce. It's not bad actually.
Well, I'm disappointed because we thought it was going to be tater tots.
Yeah.
And then we get this little cup with shredded cabbage and some kind of sauce on it. We think she was saying toss,
Yes.
like
So
toss salad. But we thought we were going to get tater tots. Boy, was that a surprise.
It's like,
that was
oh.
a
But it's
gut
actually
punch.
it was actually pretty good.
I didn't taste it.
Yeah, it was good.
I ate the Loco Moco, but when you think you're going to get tater tots and it's shredded cabbage,
Right.
that's weird.
Yeah. Disappointing.
Yeah, disappointing. Last thing in Hilo.
Oh, actually,
Oh, what?
Rainbow Falls.
Oh yeah, Rainbow Falls.
Yes.
Now, if we thought Akaka Falls was going to be a bit of a hike, the Rainbow Falls was, you can't
No,
call it a hike.
no.
It was like 50 feet.
Right. It's
So-
right there. Here's the parking area. And it's nice that it was like wheelchair accessible because really
Yeah.
all you have to do is take this paved sidewalk.
Yeah.
And then there it is.
So we're at Rainbow Falls. Early in the morning, when the sun comes up, it makes a rainbow. That's why it's called that. We were ready for a hike. I just said that. We're ready for a hike, and we hiked from right there. In fact, you can see our Jeep is that red one there. We hiked all the way to here, roughly 50 feet, and here we are. So not really a hike.
It was beautiful though.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was very pretty.
It was cool.
So we did stop there and see that and take a picture. And it's called Rainbow Falls. And we weren't sure exactly why. But when we went up to look from a different view of the falls, you could see
you could see a rainbow. There was a rainbow there. Okay.
There is the rainbow. Why this is called Rainbow Falls, because right there.
We're still in Hawaii, and we want to see the beach again.
Right.
So we go to this other beach. I don't know. It's not sandy.
Not
it's
at all.
it's like it's like pea gravel. It's gravel and rocks.
Right.
And
Well, I think I know what you're wanting me to talk about.
I am wanting you to talk about it.
But it was a popular place for surfing, though.
Yeah,
And it looked
yeah,
like a
it was.
local hangout. Like
Yep.
people locally would go
Yeah,
there to surf.
yeah. We might have been the only tourists.
Yeah. So anyway, we went down there.
Okay, we did farmers market, waterfalls. What else? We had some food, and now since we're in Hawaii, we're going to come to this beach and probably spend a few minutes and look for some sea glass. We'll watch the surfers, and maybe we'll see some military aircraft fly around. And then we'll look at the cruise ship. That's not big at all. By the way, we're at the Honolulu Park and Beach.
And Steve had read a blog or something.
Yeah, blog post from like 7 years ago.
That said you might be able to find some sea glass.
And so I'm thinking, if we need to kill a little time in Hilo before we head back home, let's check out this beach, see if there's sea glass. We might find one. Well, I don't know,
Yes.
maybe not. But we'll go look.
It did not take long to start finding lots and lots of sea glass.
Oh yeah. We got a whole sack full.
Yeah.
All right, show us. You got a nice handful of glass there. Show us how you're finding it.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Just digging in the.
Just digging in
Oh,
there.
there's a piece of green.
Now hold that up so you can see it. Oh yeah.
It's not totally smooth, but it's not like cutting me, you know.
Yeah.
The edges are
So
polished.
it's a newer old piece.
Right, not as rounded as like this one. And
Oh, wait.
already some of our kids have taken some pieces that they really liked, but
Yeah.
there's some rocks in there too, or some
We got some coral and
but
stuff, but
it was so fun. I loved it.
there was so much sea glass. You could find it so easily. We just dug a little, and there was a lot there. Like we could still be finding it if we wanted to,
Right.
like a week later. And what we think was a saucer and a teacup, porcelain with some blue accents on it.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
And after that, we went home.
Yes. This is a Korean pear. I don't actually think it was grown here. Do you?
In Hawaii? I'm not so sure.
So it's supposed to be a mix between an apple and a pear. So not as soft.
Do you eat the peel?
Yeah.
Pretty good?
It's not real sweet though. It's just kind of bland. Or is it just me? Not much flavor.
No, it's not sweet and it doesn't have a lot of flavor. I don't know why you would eat this.
Right.
How much was this? $8?
I think it was 5. So this is guava, and it said on the little paper that she had up that it was white inside.
So don't be alarmed.
I don't know. So I don't know if there's seeds or a core. I don't know. Looks like.
Looks like seeds.
So do you eat those?
You're asking me? This is a new food for me. I don't know how to
Do we
eat
not
this.
do the? This doesn't look very right, but. Pretty sour. Kind of has a kiwi resemblance.
Okay. Tastes like an apple that wasn't ready. No good.
Well,
Okay, she's digging out a spoon because we're about to have a what?
this is a passion fruit. I've had this before in Uganda.
Do you want to try
Okay, let's
this?
stab it.
Oh, making me nervous.
Okay, it's thicker than you'd think. All right. So, it looks a little bit gelatinous.
Yeah.
I haven't had it where it wasn't cold. But you just eat it like that.
Big old, you have to eat a monster spoonful. You can't just take a bite. How is it?
A little sour.
You're eating it like you like it. Look at that.
I've had it before.
That whole thing's gone. Well,
Here,
I'm glad I don't want any.
It's right here. Flush,
But it's pretty good. A little sour, but pretty good.
You want to?
Okay, next on the docket is this bad boy right there. Get
This is
that.
a egg fruit.
Egg fruit? Is that what it was? Peel.
She said something about it tasting like a potato.
Yeah, that's not really a good quality to have in a fruit.
Oh, it's soft. Oh.
Well, it looks like a mix between a mango and a potato.
It smells like a pumpkin.
Okay, well, so far so weird.
Okay. Oh, looks like
There's
a
a
pit or
pit in
something.
there.
Look at the texture. It's kind of.
Yeah, almost crumbly or something. How was that?
Weird.
All right. It's like a pumpkin. They got a lot of nerve calling
Now,
this a fruit.
You could mash this into something, some pasty thing. I was just seeing how big what this looked like.
Let's take that home. We can grow our own. Star fruit. This one's more common in the mainland. I've seen it in the store before. I've never got it. I think
So
it's called a star fruit because they're literally shaped like a star. I bet an accountant named it. They're like shaped like a star, star. Boom, done.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Cute.
All right.
I wonder how you can tell if it's ripe.
I
Well, there's a
can't
little
tell at
seed
all.
right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take a bite here. Let's see what you get.
Okay.
think she likes it.
Sweet.
Got a little bit of crunch. I can tell why it's one of the lesser popular fruits. It's not, I mean, it's fine, but you put it against a strawberry and you're going to eat the strawberry every time.
This is a rambutan.
Sweet rambutan. Look at that.
I read about them, and
It means hairy in some language. Rambutan does.
I don't remember that, but okay, it's actually pretty soft. These don't hurt.
Yeah.
Back of the skin.
So inside here is a little white ball. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Good job.
Wow, that's weird.
And there it is.
And it's like
You just
a
nibble
bite,
off this
and then
side
you're
of
gonna
it.
have a bite. It reminds me of a grape or a plum,
Okay.
which I like both of those.
Do you like them mixed?
It's like a skinless grape or plum.
Yeah, these are pretty good. A lot of work for this little bit of fruit, but
Those are probably the best fruit of this batch, I think.
we haven't cut it. Of course, we've had mangoes.
Yeah, this looks like the ones at home, but yeah. Okay. Oops, slippery sucker.
Slippery.
It's better than at home.
It's better than at home.
Yeah, it's got a little bit more flavor. It's more ripe.
Good. All right. Well,
Coconut.
fruit. Oh yeah. I mean, we already tasted the coconut, but
How do you prepare it? Do you cut it and just take a piece off?
yeah, just break off a
Do
chunk.
you eat this?
Uh-huh.
You eat
The wood?
The wood?
Is it rubbery? You might have to cut a piece.
Seems like. I don't care about that skin.
Maybe we want to rinse it off. I just saw that guy with his gloves, and it's like, let's just rinse it off.
All right, I'm gonna take this whole bite. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you a new piece.
Take that whole bite. She doesn't like it.
Oh.
Look at that face. Oh, man.
Well, actually, this day was pretty packed.
Yeah, we put a lot in this day.
But it was good. It
Yeah.
was good. We started off by doing an excursion or signing up for a outrigger or canoe ride into Captain Cook's monument, where we're headed down to our excursion to the outrigger, and it said just to find random parking. So yeah, maybe they're going to do it too.
Looks that way.
Maybe we walk down there. So the only way to access this area for snorkeling is by boat, or you can hike in. And now, so far, most of the hikes aren't really much of a hike. But this one, I think it said it was 4 miles.
4 miles, yeah. 4 mile hike, or you take a boat to get to this.
Right.
There's
So-
no way to drive down to it.
Yeah.
It's probably why the snorkeling was the
Oh my
best there
goodness.
is.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So one of the things, though, maybe I shouldn't say this, but the day before on our drive to Hilo and around, we did a lot of reading about Captain Cook. And he brought the goats, and anyway, he showed up and he fought with the locals, and they ended up killing him, and it was a whole thing. But he's the first European to come to Hawaii or whatever. That matters because the Hawaiian guide, whose canoe we're riding, outrigger, he tells the whole story as we paddle the roughly 2 miles from where we put in the water to the monument. And I don't know, what do you think? He was about 70% accurate based on what we read.
Right. Or maybe what we read was...
Yeah, it's hard to say who was right, but the only concrete thing I know is what we read and what he said did not fully overlap.
Right.
There were some gaps there. It was fun.
Right. He did a great job.
Oh, he did
though.
so good.
He was
Yeah, he was fun. He was was fun.
And he knew, like, so when we get up to the little bay there, most people are on the right, it seems
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
snorkeling, and he's like, you're gonna go over here on the left. And you're gonna go kind of in close to the monument coming from the left side. And sure enough, as we snorkeled that area, that's where the best snorkeling was.
When he said go over here, we went over there, and it was so good. And we drifted down to where the masses were, and there was a handful of fish.
Right. I mean, and it was.
But where we went, whew.
Yeah. This was different than our first experience snorkeling in that it was much deeper.
Yeah.
And so it took a minute to adjust. It was a little bit more intimidating, like, whoa, this is.
Yeah, couldn't
pretty
stand
deep.
up. Yeah.
And then as you got closer to shore, you could stand up, but you're not supposed to stand up on the reef, which makes sense. But when we first jumped out of the boat and looked down, it was much deeper.
Bottomless. Couldn't see the bottom.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and the visibility was really good.
Yes.
So that it had to be, 60 or 80 feet to the bottom, or so you couldn't see it. So.
But that was a lot of fun. And,
Yeah.
oh, and the other thing, right, and how it was different from our first experience is there were more waves. It wasn't quite as protected.
Yeah, yep.
And so it was,
More of this
does
action
move
and-
you a little bit. The current will move
Yeah.
you, as opposed to it just being more calm water. So I think it was ranked as moderate for
snorkeling.
skill level or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So, but
Not the
we were
spot
fine.
you want to learn, but
Right.
we had already learned, so we were
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the best snorkeling place in the world.
Yes, I
was
think
so
I wonder if we're ruined for snorkeling now. Like,
Yeah, probably.
Will it be as beautiful?
Well, we saw, and we'll detail it in the videos, but we saw 2 moray eels and just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fish. It was just, I don't know. Water is so clear. It was cool.
It was
Yeah.
it was amazing.
It's just on video, yeah. Who knows what we'll get.
Dad's making his way. And then the guy with the blue umbrella. That's our guide. So we're just making our way back over there. You know what we should mention is after the outrigger, we're heading south, and on the left side of the road, and it's kind of a more narrow road. I mean, it's a highway, but we saw this bird that we had
Oh, that's
decided
right.
was, we laughingly called it a
Well, it looks so
turducken.
stupid. Yeah, a turducken.
It was like,
It's like a turkey and a goose and a duck
Yes.
all rolled into one.
Right.
And we should have got video.
yes, but we didn't know that this is the most rare
Goose in the world.
that is endangered on the Hawaiian island.
What's the name of it?
Nene.
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 That's right.
And there's even signs for Nene crossing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's highly endangered, so they don't want
Yes.
you to hit it with your car or anything else. We just thought it looked stupid.
we were just like, what is that bird? So that was kind of fun.
Well, there was like 3 of them in somebody's yard,
Right.
so it was like, if we see them again, we'll say we
Right.
did not see them
yes,
again.
we just thought they were somebody's,
Yeah, just
pets,
like the chickens,
chickens.
running around.
Yes,
and,
there were chickens and some pigs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, yeah, the Nene.
yes, the Nene. So we head south and we're going to the southernmost point of the United States.
Like
Yes.
this one is, there's no monument or anything.
No.
You just, I mean, it's a dirt road. It's way out in no man's land on an island in Hawaii.
So the lady, when she rented us the Jeep, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
said multiple times that we are not to off-road.
I probably had that look in my eye. I was like, we're getting a Jeep, we can see what it can do.
Now it was a dirt road. I mean, it was a trail.
Oh, you'd call it a road.
Yeah,
We did not off-road because it was a road, and we
Right.
mostly stayed on it.
yeah.
So,
Drove right down to the beach, and that beach was really interesting. It was mostly coral.
yeah, almost all just smashed up coral.
It looked like white rock, but when you got closer and looked down, it was full of white coral.
You know, you love when I do it like that. That's what they do. I saw it on YouTube. Yeah, it was mostly coral. It was really
Yes.
interesting. And there the wind was ripping pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, even though it's windy, it's a pretty good beach. Beach is a big word. Shore. Good shoreline. Awesome. It was blowing hard.
Yes. And then from there, we are hungry now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And so we go to a famous bakery.
The southernmost bakery. One of the things I wanted to see here is this bakery. Southernmost bakery in the U.S.
Yes.
They said they're really hanging their hats on the southernmost thing down in that area.
And they had malasada,
Malasadas.
and Hawaiian sweetbread. And Steve got like 3 loaves. Like
Oh, yeah,
we're gonna
we-
be able to eat.
We bought so much bread, and it was good. It's not like it wasn't good. It just, my eyes were a little bigger than my stomach on that.
Yes.
So,
The black sand.
oh, the black
beach.
sand beach. That's
Yes,
right.
Which there is a lot of black beaches there because the lava rock, but this was really, the sand was black.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
That was probably the only cool part of that. Though I didn't love
there
it.
was two
No,
turtles.
4. There were 4 turtles.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, 4 in the zoo area.
Right.
Because it's what it looked like. They had a sort of, like there's this little, not wall, I don't
Yeah,
know,
like
like
they-
this tall of a rock wall in a big square, and the turtles were in it, and they were just
Right.
laying there.
Like do not touch.
Yeah.
You know, which
It was like
we
being
weren't
at the
going to.
zoo.
Right.
So,
People were taking pictures and stuff.
and the turtles were totally laying there. They weren't
Yes.
moving really.
Right.
So,
it was like, oh,
yeah.
it was in their element, but at the same time.
But then Mandy spots a few off to the side that no one knows are there because their shells in the water look like rocks.
Yeah.
And so
They do.
we watched those guys because those were much more like it felt like we were really looking at turtles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, we get to get to
now
the volcano.
Yeah, volcano, the national park.
yeah, that's what I was looking forward to. Before we left, it was erupting. When we got there, it wasn't erupting. We get
Yeah.
home, and the next day, it shot like a 300-foot lava
Yes,
fountain out, and we didn't. When we got there, it was just smoldering.
right. There was some smoke. They called it VOG.
Yeah,
On the
Vog,
island, they call it VOG instead of smog. It's volcano.
volcanoes.
pollution.
Yeah, smoke from the volcano.
Yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna
you talk about that.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna speak for you.
Okay.
Because you did not like it. We go all the way to Hawaii in February to get out of the freezing Utah weather.
Overcast.
And it was overcast, and it tried to rain, and there was a breeze, and it was probably in the 40s. In my heart of hearts, I knew they'd let us look down in there, and they never
They
did.
didn't.
They don't. Apparently, they don't let you anywhere
Yeah.
near the spewing lava. Whatever.
But we saw some steam vents. That
Yeah,
were
the steam
really
vents
cool.
were fun. Yeah.
So there's a big crater, and you could see some steam vents in the crater, but also just in the park.
Yeah.
They were not really super close to the actual volcano, but there were steam vents.
Yeah.
And I walked through it, and of course, humidity, so because of steam, and very warm.
Yeah. Yep.
But the downfall with that is, walking through it, you warm up, but then
Then
you're
you're wet,
moist.
and then it's cold and
Yes.
windy. It's
Yeah,
like
then
it's like an air
oh,
conditioner at that
right.
point.
Swamp cooler, swamp heater.
And since the volcano wasn't erupting, we didn't stay very long. I wanted to see the lava at night, but there was none, so
Right.
we just got out of there.
Yeah. We did go through the Thurston lava
Oh yeah, I
tube.
forgot about the lava tube. Also a much shorter hike than
Right.
we were led
it
to
says
believe.
It needed to plan for at least 30 minutes, but I bet.
And we walked slow, like we looked at it, and it couldn't have been 30.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it was cool.
It was cool.
But very short.
Yeah.
We should talk about the manta rays because they're on,
Oh, yes.
but we did those at night.
Day 4.
Before that, though, we went to a beach.
Yes. So this was Sunday, and I did want somewhere in the itinerary that I could read a book.
Just sit on a beach
Be
and read.
warm and feel the sun and hear the ocean. It's called Hapuna Beach.
Yeah.
And
It's the most like a beach like you'd see as far as like it's a lot of sand.
Right.
It's not a lot of rocks. Certainly not a snorkeling spot. There weren't really fish in
Right.
there or anything.
Right. But lots of boogie boarding.
Yep, the waves were good for boogie boarding, which I did.
Yes. So yeah, bodyboarding or boogie boarding.
Yeah, one time I was like, I'm so cool. I'm gonna do like the pros and go under, and I did, and the board smacked me and flipped me over. It was great. Just so stupid.
Now there were signs up about it. The what's it called? The under.
Oh, the riptide.
Riptide.
Yeah, there was a riptide
Yes.
apparently. I don't know. I went out there and came back and
Yeah. Then we went back to the harbor,
back to the harbor.
and we really liked the outfitter that we used.
Yeah.
What was their name? We'll link
Kona
it.
Snorkel Adventures or something. Yeah, we'll check the video description below, right? We'll link it in there. They're very knowledgeable, personable people, funny.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So we take a boat ride to this area that I think somebody described it as Manta Village or something.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean,
And
they
there's a
live
good-
there.
There's a good historic story to it, how since the 1970s they've been feeding there the mantas.
Well,
from-
somebody built a hotel, and then they had a light that they shined in the ocean, but I can't remember why.
just to see the ocean life.
Oh, just to see, and then it attracts all this plankton, and then here come the manta rays because they
Yes.
eat 100 pounds of it a day.
Right. So when we were looking at the mantas, and you can explain how that worked with the
Oh, the surfboard, and yeah,
footage.
we'll have some footage
Yeah.
of that. But
Rays. I'm bringing you 3 more. Okay, perfect. I had Amanda, Jana,
well, we were glad to have done a lot of snorkeling, so we could just at this point just look at the manta rays.
Yes.
Well, there were people around us having trouble. One girl's snorkel mask was above her nose. I mean, that's why she was coughing and choking, because she had her face in the water, but her nose was just taking the water right. That was not. And the guide was so nice. He's like, go ahead and just lower your mask a little bit. And who knows what he was thinking in his mind, but he
So nice.
said it so nicely. It was super nice that way.
So
but-
we saw 7 different mantas, and they know that they're different because of some of the pattern on their bellies.
Yep, they're distinct.
Yes, so
You know,
he
I can't
named
tell the
them-
difference, but he
yes.
could easy.
Right, and some you could tell were bigger than others, and some had less personal space. One
Yeah.
bumped Steve and me.
Brushed my hand. I was holding the camera like this, and it brushed right on my hand. You
Which
weren't
is-
supposed to touch him, and I was dying to.
Right, and you'll see in the footage some that got really close to his
Yeah.
camera.
Oh yeah, they were right on
One
us.
hit my thumb because I'm hanging on, and then of course Steve's right next to me, and that's probably the same one that bumped your
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
It then bumped my thumb, and I'm like, oh.
It was cool.
But they don't have teeth, so
No.
it wasn't intimidating. Oh, okay, maybe a little intimidating.
Well, they're
but
huge.
not scary. I
Yeah.
wasn't
No,
scared.
no, I wasn't like.
I was cold.
yeah, she was cold.
I was cold.
I was not. I didn't notice. And I wasn't big on the manta ray until we saw them. Here they are here. I wasn't big on those until we did it, and then I was like, I need a little manta ray souvenir
Yes.
because I loved it. It was really, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was worth it too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was fun.
Anything else you want to say about that?
No, hanging on was a little harder than.
Well, it got long,
it got
right?
long.
Holding like this forever.
Yeah,
And your shoulders.
and you had to keep on.
Yeah.
It was a good excursion.
Oh, I'd do it again. When we finished with the manta rays, now it's like 8 o'clock.
And we're hungry again.
And everything's closed. We were like, ah, dang it. So we did the thing I said we would not do, and we got food that we can get here.
Right.
She
but
got Domino's.
Domino's was good. It was.
It was
hot
it was
and
fast
fresh.
and ready, and we got
Yes.
it, and it was
And
good.
We picked it up, took it home, ate, and
I was more disappointed before we ate it, but then when we ate it, I was like, yeah, that was good. It was a good idea. But Domino's in Hawaii.
and let's.
Way.
Okay.
So Monday, last day.
Yes.
We're supposed to check out at 11, flights at 9:30. We extend to the next day, even though we're not going to sleep there. But then now we've got this whole day.
Right, where you can come back and shower and pack and.
And there was a spot we wanted to check, Kīlauea Bay. And it's a drive north.
Right, 30
Had we
minutes.
not had an extra day, this would have been a challenge. But
Right.
since we had the extra day, we drove 30 minutes. We hiked a mile. Well, we actually hiked about 1 1/3 miles because we got lost 2 times. But we hiked a mile down to the beach, and then. Okay, this is the hike out to Kīlauea Bay and Lagoon, and we're climbing on some lava rock to get down here. I'm trying to film and not sprain my ankle at the same time. I got the walking and gum chewing down no problem, but not the hiking and sprained ankles thing. Pay attention. I don't know if we can see them very good, but we got a mom and a baby.
Goats are not native to the Big Islands.
How do you know?
Because I read about it, and Captain Cook, apparently, an explorer, brought them as a gift to the Hawaiians, something to eat. And
What were the Hawaiians eating before the goats were here?
I do not know.
Fish?
Probably yes. So back on
Yeah, back on the right way.
There, we walked along the beach into this bay that I can't pronounce.
We made the beach. Finding some
smooth.
really
Coral?
polished coral there, yeah. Cool. We'll see how many rocks we take home. But it's all pretty beautiful out here. And look at this. Empty beach. There's a couple people, but literally 4 besides us.
So yes, we hike in, and we take off our tennis shoes, put on beach shoes or sandals, and this probably was one of my favorite experiences.
Oh, you loved it, yeah.
Yes, because we saw, I think we ended up saying 18 turtles.
Something like 18?
Now, some of them probably were the same turtle, but that's
Well,
okay.
we probably saw 12 that weren't repeats, at least 12.
So fun. I loved it. I loved
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So,
Well, part of
yeah.
what made it good is hardly anyone was around.
Yes.
There were 4 or 5 people there. On the whole, and I mean, literally like 2 miles of beach we walked,
Right.
and we saw not very many people.
And we got
And
a few,
more turtles than people. That's
Yes.
great.
and we got a few seashells. What are those called that are kind of curled in like
The
that?
puka shells?
Is that what it's called?
I don't know, maybe. I told you I'd look it up, but I never
Yeah,
did.
They're right there. We
I'm
got
not
a
going to
few
show
of
you,
those.
just know we found them.
Yeah. And then we went over to the bay area or a lagoon. Some of the description is that it's
Bay or a lagoon, I don't know.
So again, fresh water mixed with salt water, and so it's not as clear. But we wanted to still snorkel there.
Yes, we did. We wanted to do, and it wasn't great snorkeling.
It really wasn't.
The fact is,
which we didn't have any near misses or scary.
no, but I like to know if a shark's going to get me. I like to see it from several feet instead of 3. I like to
Right.
see it from like, I need time to panic, basically.
So as we snorkel, I ended up leading for whatever reason. So I'm out in front, and I feel like I did pretty good sweeping side to side on seeing things. But I missed this turtle.
Oh man, she swam right by it, like this far away. She went
I
like
never
this,
saw
and the
him.
turtle's sitting right there.
So he's touching,
Yeah,
hitting
grab
my
her leg.
foot,
Hey.
like, hey, and points, and then you'll see the footage of the.
In that really blue water,
Yes.
and he's just
And
swimming
he's just
along. What was cool is he was near the surface, and it was like he was just, do. And then when he decided to dive,
Yes,
he
he's
was
gone.
gone. We tried to do one per day. We didn't quite get there, but we were close. I think we missed one day. That's beautiful. Plus, it smells good. This one, the purple one's my favorite. We'll get to that apparently. Ooh, that one's really nice. Put that one on. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a little excessive. Turn around here and let's see. Let's take care of those. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Headed home. Goodbye, Hawaii. We'll come back again. Good, how are you doing? Good. And just like that, we're home. Great trip. Sad it's over.
So this might be challenging, but
Okay.
we're going to talk about some of our favorite things.
Yeah.
And try to narrow it down.
Yep. It'll be hard. So, like, it's easy to say I liked snorkeling,
Right.
but like the first day of snorkeling was so awesome because I really, in my mind, I thought we'd see a couple of fish.
Right.
And I'd seen some YouTube videos kind of like this, and but there's so many fish, and I was like, that's got to be the rarity. That's not how it is, and that's how it is.
Right.
There's fish everywhere. So, but then with the manta rays was really awesome. It
So
was
Steve
really
loved
awesome.
the manta rays. I would say I loved snorkeling Captain Cook's monument.
Yeah, that was cool too.
And I think that last day when we saw all those turtles,
Mm-hmm.
and actually kind of going off on our own and snorkeling a little bit, even though it wasn't the best snorkeling, it felt kind of adventurous.
Yeah,
Like, we're going to
yeah.
go over here and let's
Oh, yeah.
explore here. And,
No, we were in the ocean just on our own checking. It was cool.
Right. So those are probably my 2 favorite things was the outrigger
Oh, okay.
for Captain Cook's, and then
Yeah.
our last day exploring that beach and snorkeling. And then my favorite food was probably the food you made.
The fried rice.
Pineapple fried rice with Spam.
Yeah, it
And
was
the
good.
Pineapple
It was good.
teriyaki sauce and a nice Coke Zero.
Yeah, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I liked the shave ice a lot.
Yeah,
I
you
made us go back for a second time. I also drank about a gallon of Pog.
Yeah.
I bought 2 half-gallons and I drank them both. She didn't like it hardly at all, and I really enjoyed it. But the pog, I did like the pog. And the Spam, I ate a lot of
You
Spam.
did.
That grocery store had Spam, eggs, and rice, like ready to go from the deli. And I ate that twice. It was good.
So is that your favorite food? What would you say your favorite food on the
The shave
list?
ice. I think it was the
Okay,
shave ice. I like that enough to go twice, force it a little, because remember the ladies doing the dishes and can't even hear us.
Right.
But we stayed with it because I wanted it because it was good.
Right. And we tried poke, and neither one of us.
Yeah, we got-
like soup. What about a favorite beach?
It was fun to hang out with you too. It's just fun that we go run together and see what's out there.
Yes.
Well, I liked Hapuna Beach for the boogie boarding because I hadn't done that since I was a kid. I couldn't believe I could still do it.
Yeah.
So that made me feel good. And
One thing that I liked is Steve, not every morning, but as many mornings as
best
he
I could, yeah.
He bought me a lei from that same
yeah, from that grocery
supermarket.
store. I love
But
that
they
grocery
were
store.
beautiful. They were
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Smelled
So-
good, fresh.
Yes, it was
You had to
good.
refrigerate them.
So that was nice. So the
Yeah.
last day I did get a picture with all of them on because we just put them back in the fridge. I didn't wear them out.
Would you do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. We should. Let's do it
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
Okay. That's a wrap.
Okay.